Can I have basses? Actually, basses at 48.
48.
Bum, bum. Ready? 2, 3. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, and then we get that nice second right there. Well, so basses, there are a couple things. Do you have a pronunciation note to say tomb? What are you saying? Tomb? Did I give you that note?
It's on the learning track.
Oh, got it. Okay. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's on the front. There's a pronunciation that says T-O-O-N.
I hate it, but it's fine. You wouldn't. A bass is not go tum 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 tum, right? But it's also not. So it's fine. I would just remove the vowel if I arranged it. I would prefer. Can you modify that basses? Just TM. Because it accents it ever so slightly.
You need that together.
All right, basses back to 48. Bum, bum, 2, 3. Bum, 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 tum, 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 tum. Get away from the ra. We don't want the R to affect the A. Ha-ra. Almost more of a dentalized R than
Pick up it.
It says it's running right now. I'm not certain. It says it's working right now, so I'm not certain. I can. Everyone loves tech issues.
Just turn it off and restart.
Well.
Kidding.
Basses, can you do that one more time?
Gauge 52 pick up. They're adding an extra note.
There's a note being added there, and 50 is not accurate as well. All right, basses, start at 49, please. All right. Just tim. Like you're saying Tim really fast. Tim. Get rid of the vowel. It would, this is more about a plucked sound than anything. 2, 3. Tim, 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 pa, ba, tim, 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 pa. All right, and then that was the spot that Tim was highlighting for you. Is 52 is not the same as 50. And that's the same as the bum bum rhythm. Just don't add an extra H note there. One more time. 2, 3. That's why I stopped it. So, what's happening on the page during that you're singing the eighth note so fast? You're singing the eighth notes too fast each time. the page turn of 12 into 13.
What I discovered that was throwing me off originally is that it's a dotted quarter, then those 2 eighth notes, and so it pretty much follows that. I almost feel like we're taking the dot off. I know I was it's taking the dot off and thinking, oh, it's just a regular quarter, and it's a little bit longer, and those eighth notes move a little different.
Exactly. It should move just like 52, which we were doing the same thing. The other thing that's right as you hit that page turn, I would also, is this a page turn for you in your copy? Oh, you should have a note in the margin if you're struggling with this. Can I have a G, please? The accents are missing from yours. It is second measure, right? In 56. But you need to write like slow or something right there at that section. Those eighth notes are slow pulses. Let's do it again.
Can I just say something about that? Because we all do it.
Yes.
What's happening is that people are putting a little pickup note on the last group of what they're going, potter, pum, potter, pum, pum, potter, pum, bum, butter, pum. There isn't any butter, pum.
There
It's
should not be.
potter, pum, butter, pum. There's no little pickup note. I know that seems like a little, not very big difference, but it's throwing everything off. If you did it perfectly. They're putting a little 16
Yes.
pickup into the last group of 3 notes.
It's literally the pattern that you're singing earlier, just we're singing an eighth note on beat 1. Pa-dum, bum, pa-dum, bum, pa-dum, pa-dum, bum, pa-dum, bum, pa-dum, pa-dum, bum, pa-dum, bum, pa-dum, pa-dum, bum. We just changed the feeling in this exact spot. So basses.
Yeah, and that goes back to what you were saying about keeping that. I think also we're rushing those eighth notes, and
Yes.
as soon as we get to those 16th notes, oh my God, those are even faster.
I know.
And we're rushing those.
And this goes right back to accents. Accents are our guideposts. So basses, back to 54. That's from the bottom of the page to the top. And so that F should feel like you're floating there for a second, and then you're moving on beat 4. Bum, tum, tum. Para para bum para bum para bum para bum para bum para bum. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Do you feel that you're singing that early? You're trying to put it on the beat. 2, 3. Consistently not hearing para, para. There is an R still in there. You can't get rid of it. You just can't affect the A. And that's where the dentalization helps. Yes.
On 58, we have that octave, the E, the E above the staff, and then we have that A. I think, Tim, could you play that? Because we're not getting that octave first of all. So I would say play the octave first.
And that's
E and then add the A. So you can hear the octave and then hear that A that fit in there.
well, it's because we're singing the 7 in the one before.
Yeah.
And then the octave. So this is what I was just working with the tenors.
Yeah.
Can I have the tenors and basses together at 57? Sopranos and altos, I very much hope that your pa-dum, pum, pa-dum are going to be very accurate because we were just working on it with the basses. Pa, 57, tenors, basses, 2, 3. Pa-dum, pum, pa-dum, pum, pa-dum, pum, pa-dum, yeah, and so now, can you heavy accent and then back off? That's the one thing that's missing right. 2, 3. So this is the other spot that gets you. So the rhythm changes at 62. Pum, 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 pum. That one is just stretched over the bar line. That's why I surprised you with it. Back to 55 with the tenors. And then we're going to back up to 49 and then spread us out because we're going to check in on all your moving lines. 55, 2, 3. Because I will give it to you. It's a pom, 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 pom. One more time. You were so close. It's literally just a continuation of what's happening between 57 and 58, where you change the accent. 55, 2, 3. Pom, 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 our accents are getting a little washed away, but we're going to fix that in a second. 49. No, 48.
Sorry.
No, you're good. 2, 3. Just like when you hit 59, you go to piano from wherever you were just at, which you were much louder than that before, so make sure you drop down to piano. Sopranos and altos.
This is great, Gage, because the very same thing you just did, now we have to do it.
Yes.
So following along while you're doing it, just gave us a heads up over, I mean,
That's
high fives over here, because we've been practicing along with that.
That's the goal. Lovely. Can we start, pick up to 41? Pick up to 41 sopranos and altos. One of the things that's really going to help a lot of this song is when you go to the end of the note, it either needs to get softer or needs to get louder, and on the whole, swell out of the pitch, please, instead of getting softer. Sorry, 2, 1, 2, 3. For a second at 47. Remember, this can be as slow as you need. Alright, we're gonna race. Ready? Can you get it a little further forward? Top, top, top. Let's do it. I'll cue. So. Now as fast as yeah, you hear the interpretation is just ever so slightly different. It's harder to do it in a group, but the further forward that is, and more on the two, the better. Right there, 47, 2, 3. altos. Err on the side of being loud and wrong than quiet and correct. Everyone's favorite. Yeah. Like you can really. Ready, 2, 3. Yeah, get that A right there. There you go.
I'm sorry, but I'm hearing that little pickup note to the last three little groups. I'm hearing that little pickup thing you're singing in there. It's pa-dum-pum, pa-dum-pum, pa-da-bum.
There,
It's not pa-pa.
I didn't hear it that time,
Oh,
but.
I did. I'm watching every note, and I'm
Is
doing
it?
this on this accent.
Well, that's if you were hitting the accents. There's no challenge here. But part of it is your M.
Adding a note.
Well, I think you're singing through the M, and it's adding an articulation. You're closing to the M too late. You hear that last M right before the 16th notes? If you are delayed in closing that, it's going to sound like you sing another note. Yes.
Could you possibly have Tim play our part on 61?
We're going to also.
Can you do it slower?
And so that G.
Sorry, still G sharp.
That G sharp is also one of the ones that's. Yeah. We're gonna isolate that in a second with the sopranos because you sing the same thing together. Can I adjust the sopranos at 40? No, I can't start there. 45. That just took me a second to remember. Again. It needs to be fast. 2, 3. Okay, can we get the B a little higher? 2, 2, 3. You know that you tapped the rhythm incorrectly. Yeah, but that is what they just sang, and you tapped an 8th note early.
I'm hearing a little 16th being added in. So we have three groups singing it together.
No, I am fully aware of. So what I just said to the altos is, if you close to the M late, it will sound like you are singing an additional note.
Yes.
But let's go back. Right at 49. Right on the minor second. Soprano 2s. I need more consonants, please. The nice thing is, right before you sing that, you're just taking a whole step down, right? Can we, soprano 2 starting, pick up to 47. Sorry.
No, you're good. Pick up to 47.
And then, and that's the note you're heading back to. Pick up to 47, just soprano 2s. 1, 2.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry, that should be a B natural. I apologize.
There, thank you. I was to,
There's too many flats and chops, I keep confusing me.
sure, let's go to 45. 2, 3. So, the biggest thing for me, there are notes that are going to get better, but the one that I care about a lot right now is measure 53. That G against the A flat, soprano twos, is the key for me. And you are just going to tell the soprano ones, no, you cannot take me from this note. They are going to coalesce. They're not.
With the same note, we're not changing.
Well, you're a minor second away in 50. Yes, no. Exactly, but it's not, the G is not as constant as it could be, is the only thing. Yeah. Yes, I want more of the soprano 2 than the soprano 1. So, all sopranos, 45. Sorry.
We all have to do flats.
2, 3. Sopranos and altos, 55. 55, sopranos and altos. 55. Top of 13. 2, 3. Sopranos, I know we didn't touch that section, but please make sure that you wait for 58. One more time. 1, 2, 3. One more time. No, let's start 61. All sopranos and altos very slowly. 61. 61, the top of 14?
Yes.
So it's 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 3, 5. Let's do it again. 2. So that's gonna be really slow. This one is a major second apart, not a minor second like before. Let's do it again.
This is it is a minor second because it's G sharp still, right? Minor second.
Oh, it is courtesy time.
I know.
Yeah, no, you're great.
Is that G sharp? Is that
Yeah. I would have put a courtesy there. But that's my bad.
It's the courtesy tie. It's so that is a.
I couldn't figure out why the tie's there. It must be there just to not show the renotation.
So it shouldn't be a G.
It's a G sharp.
It is G sharp.
Yeah, it's not a slur. It's a tie. Okay, that was my note. That's my tie. Nice and simple. 2, 2, 3. And altos, you're just gonna hold.
Yeah.
That, you can be slightly louder than the sopranos. Let's do it again. Alright. Ready? 2, 3. Alright, everyone. Actually, let's put that at speed. That's only fair. 55.
It's because they put the syllable there. There's a time, but there's a syllable. So it's
Yeah, my head it was like it must be a G.
It must be.
Yeah. 55. Everyone, back all the way to the beginning. It's all the same. It's all jazz. It's actually not jazz. Very strongly so. do it at the same time and it's chaotic, right? So we have ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-dum. But the 73, 74, 75 is unclear. And you need to attach the para that's on the end of beat 2 to beat 3 to make the grouping. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum. It can't be para, ba-da-bum. It has to be ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-da. Whatever your part is there, that rhythm needs to be attached. So whatever you need to do to indicate that that's the grouping, that will get you through. Right at 73. Ba-da-bum. So it's ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. 1, 2, 3. Ba-da-bum, 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 ba-da-bum. Right, now we need to get the accents right. So it's 1 and 4, right? Those are your only accents. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Huh?
It's right with the piano.
Yep. It's literally that you've done this so many times in the whole song. You just changed the grouping. Ready? 2, 3. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Okay. I don't want to ever touch the rhythm again. Yes. Huh? Possibly. Let's talk about it. Can I hear? Yes.
Seiko. Yeah, at the end there. Seiko. That's what they You sweet sicklet. Seiko.
Yeah. Dry and attached.
Clean.
Yeah. I like clean. Bum, ba-dum, be-dum, ba-dum, bum. And it's straight to the M and already off. Bum. So the M is what rings, not actually you continuing to phonate. Well, that took a lot longer than I thought. I want to just hear Dies Irae 6, pages 6 through 9. If they're not good, we're not touching it. And if they're good, we're done. Pages 6 through 9. Dies Irae. Four, 1, 2. Go back to the top of 6. When you have an eighth note that ends with an S, where do you put the S? So look at measure 29. On the eighth note rest. Why is it falling on beat 3? Okay. We work this eighth note rest S business a lot. It should not be the case anymore. Just straight off. 1, 2. Yes, we put the te on beat 2.
On the second. You already asked that. Some people weren't here.
What can we do to make, what can I do? Much like a car salesperson tries to get you into a new car, what can I do to get you into short S's? What do you need from me? I can make them, okay, I can make my cuts harder, but.
How about you assign who does this and who doesn't?
Yeah.
Well, so we did talk about that, right? If you're not 100% positive, get rid of it. Get rid of the S if you're not positive exactly where it goes. The whole, all of it. Anytime that there's an S at the end of a word, I'm just getting a lot of this. But like measure 36, it's a chord note. It's just it's a touch. One more time, that's it. Actually, sopranos and altos, take it to 27, 8.
And it's 62, the THRO, what was the pronunciation on that?
Tro.
Throw.
But we're gonna go, once we have this portion massaged, we're gonna start doing all the text now. 20, take it to 28. 1, 2. Just soprano altos. A hair S coming in over there. Yes?
Can some of us second sopranos not sing the words, and just do like a vowel?
You can, yes, you can just be on the vowel. Yeah, soprano, my rule of thumb for all of my choirs for the basses and sopranos, if it is over a D, you can get rid of consonants. Basses, if it is under, generally like an F, you can get rid of consonants. But I need pure vowels then. Tenors and basses. Altos, your part's good. There's a couple spots where we just have to check in on your wave-like intervals. Tenors and basses, pick up to 28. 1, 2. So that is the culprit. 29 and 31. Done. Iudex es venturus, cum destricte discursurus. So it's pretty much the second that you hit the vowel, you're giving me a touch of an S. That's all that I need. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Quando iudex es venturus, cum destricte discursurus, cum destricte discursurus, cum destricte discursurus. That S is perfect. I know that it's almost non-existent. It's perfect. With the sopranos and altos. And then we're leaving this piece. 1, 2. Quando iudex es venturus, cum destricte discursurus, cum destricte discursurus, cum destricte discursurus. Your task is to make sure that you have your dynamics marked when you go between sections. It's technically forte all the way through there, right? But consistently, we get to 37 and we pull way, way back. So just be careful. That's good. That's much better than it was. Can I hear? Actually, just pull out Cantate Domino. I'm going to give you notes. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put some breaks, some like stoppage of sound. So after measure 4, I'll just sing Alleluia, Alleluia. We'll stop for a second and we'll come in on beat 1 really clearly. So you're just gonna watch me right there. I've got a hard, if you looked at my copy, there's a big old red line breaking up the entire thing right there. And then, pretty much, well, this is where we have to go through it. There's going to be parts where you are taking a breath or complete stoppage of sound. So the next part is Alleluia, Alleluia, cantate Domino, canticum novum, Alleluia. And then a break at the end of 8/8, after the bass is moved to the C sharp. Yep. I mean, yes. It's not a breath. It's not a huge breath. It's just a stoppage, so that there's no. Because the problem right now is it's jubilate. It's just bleeding between one another. It is not out of time. Is the big part. So it's just lift is a better term. There's a lift. There's a break stoppage of time at the end of 4 because we're moving between fields. Then at the end of measure 9, lift. Jubilate Deo omnis, jubilate Deo. And then a lift at the end of measure 10. A lift at the end of measure 11. You can see a pattern, right? I went through so many performance recordings to make these notes. They are imperative.
11 as well.
At the end of 11, between 11 and 12. Jubilate Deo omnis, jubilate Deo omnis, jubilate Deo omnis, tetera. And then no break between 12 and 13.
What do you mean by a lift?
We're just cutting the sound early. Here.
End of 9, end of 10.
End of 11. So here, I'll demonstrate. Can I? That's the C sharp. So if I was a bass, starting at measure 9, I would sing Jubilate Deo omnis. You hear there's a stoppage, but I'm not going Jubilate Deo omnis. Jubilate. I'm not resetting anything. It's continued speed. Jubilate Deo omnis. Jubilate Deo omnis. Jubilate Deo omnis. Sorry. And then there's no break there. That's what I just sang through right there. Then you're having a great time, right? Great. Yes.
It sounds like you're saying te tera. Isn't it te tera?
Te era. That was just not looking at that.
But no break before te era.
No, there is a break on that bar line. No break after it.
So 9, 10, and 11.
9, 10, 11. Then the next one is at the end of 16, so at the bottom of the page, between the page turn. And then if you look at the next page, yes, in break at between 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. Largely. There's some thoughts where it's not the case, but yeah. Yes. So we get really clear breaks in the sound.
You got as far as 18, at the end of 18 is where you stop.
I said at the end of 19, but yes. 19, and then this time you are going to take a break between 20 and 21. This is one that I had questions about, but I found enough recordings that supported it, so that's on letter A.
Make it a quarter note rest?
No rest, just because the basses are moving. There'll just be a little, like, 8th to 16th note rest.
Well, I'm not clear, Senator Tamiki, between 19 and the next staff down 20. Gauge between 19 and the next staff down 20
Yes.
before letter A. You do want at 19, at the end of 19.
Here, I'm going to make this page really simple. Every single bar line except for the bar line between 21 and 22. Every bar line has a lift here. Is that better? Great. So yeah, end of 17, end of 18, end of 19, end of 20, not end of 21, end of 22. Every bar line except for one.
But after 22,
Well, that's the,
we're cutting this.
yeah, at the end of 22. Yes.
Not at the end of 12.
What?
At the end of 12, you want us to.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Okay. See, this is why we had to do it in person. Okay. Then, page turn, page 5. No breath over the bar line from 24 into 25. Pretty sure we've already talked about it, but I'm making sure. Okay. A break, a lift at the end of 27 between 27 26, or 28. Which makes sense, right? You sure you have that? Then please make sure in measure 28, some altos, tenors, and basses, that you sing long enough for the soprano ones to start singing their pattern. I have a giant blue arrow there. Okay.
Great.
Yes.
Soprano twos don't hold it that whole measure. It's different than the measure before. There's a rest.
You do the same thing that the rest of the choirs do.
Right, so there's a rest. So
Yeah. Well, in measure 29, the soprano twos have the same exact rhythm as the altos, tenors, and basses. Yes. Yes.
At the top of 5.
Yes.
Break at 23, end of 23.
No.
No. Okay.
The only break that occurs on this page is between 27 and 28.
Okay.
What we're asking is from page turn, it's a break at the end of page 4, according to page 5.
Yes.
That's what he's asking.
Okay. I just wouldn't have indicated that on page 5. That's, I guess, why I didn't understand.
No, I thought there was something else that you had said before.
Oh, just no breath between 24 and 25. That's the only thing. Okay. You having a good time yet? Great. Okay, so you should very clearly all take a breath right before letter B on the next page. If you're not reading music. Then your next lift is at the end of measure 37. You see the basses have a move. You have to wait for the basses to move before you lift. So that's when the sopranos finally say Alleluia, right?
yes.
Great. And then what happens in the next measure? A break at the end of the next measure. Jubilate Deo Omni. And then you're going to turn to page 7. It follows the exact same pattern of the very first time. A break at the end of 39. A break at the end of 40. No break to letter C. No lift, break. I don't care what word you use here as long as you stay in time.
That's just the sopranos, right?
Well, everyone does that, but that's where the text is, yes. Yes, Max.
If we're comfortable though with stuff, the lower three parts between 32 and all the way to 41, we can just stagger, right?
For right now, we're gonna
You want
take the lift, and then we will move things back in.
Sounds good.
Yes, so that was the exact question. We will massage it back in. Right now, I want clarity so that we're not missing the soprano part.
I'm sorry, I lost you between B and 37.
That's great. So, end of 37, after Alleluia, lift.
After, okay, yeah.
Then after Omnis,
So from B to the end of 37 is just straight?
yes.
Okay.
And then a lift at the end of 38, into
Yeah.
the page turn.
Okay, so 37 and 38
A lift at the end of 39
and 39, yep.
and 40,
Okay.
not 41. Okay.
Even though 41 matches 37.
It's different text.
Okay.
Yes. So for what it matters, we didn't take the break going into.
We're supposed to breathe some.
There's no breathing in choral music. So far, you have a lot of breaths. So you're staggering throughout. No, I don't want a lift between 41 and 42. Can I have a lift at the end of 43? And then, what are you going to do between 44 and 45? No breath. Fantastic. And then, sopranos, altos, and tenors, measure 45. You're going to sing all the way through the measure because you have to support the basses. Yes? That's another giant blue arrow. You don't have blue arrows potentially, but I do. All right, and then at the end of measure 48, after the soprano, hallelujah, you're going to exhale, cut off. At the end of that measure, you're going to watch me. Just watch. Let's make it easy. Then, same thing happens in 50, soprano, twos, altos, tenors, and basses. Sing and through to support the soprano ones and then cut off as indicated. Then there's the rallentando in 51. There's a lift at the end of 51. Alleluia, alleluia. And then you'll cut off. At the end of 51. So between the alleluias.
Okay, the hallelujahs, yeah.
Great.
Wow.
We're not singing that one though. They won't go. I have to accelerate what we're doing right now. I did not think that the Bertango's rhythms were going to require that much work. So we're going to start. Measure 63. First I want to hear just the choir, and then we'll do the solo part. So just the choir at 63 for a moment.
Sorry, what measure?
63 on page 8. Oh. 1, 2. All right. What does that line mean? What does that tell us to do? So not only is the note for its full length, you're going to lean into it ever so slightly. This is not a oh, but it is a oh, oh. Because you went oh, and that's just flat. You're gonna lean into beat 1 a little bit more, all right? It's a rearticulation, yes.
But you do not want a glottal stop at the beginning.
Correct. I don't want oh. I don't want yes. Correct. Thank you. Because we did talk about it. So sopranos, it's the same note, but it has to be. You have to give me the. But I don't want.
You're doing something with your voice to demonstrate that we do rearticulate, but we do it softly somehow. What are you doing there?
I'm softening the note right before I sing and then singing it slightly louder when I attack it. But it's not a heavy accent, right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah. All right. But it's not ho. That's a different word. So, you need to, so when you listen to this should feel, okay, so this is the reason I'm trying to avoid it. It's like a little slide. The tiniest little slide into it. It's the weight of a slide without going, oh, we're not just sliding like that. It's the weight. So it is a feeling that transpires more than anything. Hold on. That was a different chord. Sopranos and altos. No, it's all good. Sopranos and altos. And there's a resting place has to be more conversational. There is a resting place. It's not, there is a There is a resting place. Ready? 1, 2. Just soprano, just soprano, no tenor bass. There is a resting place. All right. So we're going to make one tiny modification. If you sing the same note when you re-articulate, you're going to give me a very small scoop into it. Just a tiny one, but try not to use the H as much as possible. We'll tell everyone, 63. There is a resting, 2, 3. There's the one, right there. Start at 75. 75, just basses and tenors for a second. You're moving from the 7th structure to an octave. Yes. 2, 3. All right, can I have the sopranos and altos at 75? 75, so you both, what makes this structure so interesting is we're moving from the 7 structure before, where we have that nice augmented 7, right? That aug 7. And then the upper 2 voices are going down by half step, and then we have the octave. So we go to minor, which is what makes it so unconventional. All right, spranato. 2. Yes, that's 3 solid half steps, right? And right before that, you had how many half steps? A lot. There was a trick. You have 4 of them in a row that are just you moving in blocks. Okay, everyone, starting at 75. 1. Right there at 78. 78. Ready? 1, 2. All right. So now, wailing. Right now it's too, you're complaining. It sounds like you're complaining. It doesn't sound like you're wailing. Oh, you sound really angry. That's not what this song is about. 1, 2. It doesn't. Okay. What's this song about? Do you know?
Dying.
He's going to die, baby.
Do you know where the song comes from?
You have a car crash?
Yes, so Stevie Wonder had like a nearly fatal car crash. And in this crisis, he had his spiritual realization of that upon leaving this world, no one else was going to go with him.
Yeah.
That everyone that he loved and cared about wasn't going to go with him at that exact time. They would see him later, but they weren't going to see him now. That's this song. Right now. Oh, 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 oh. And then you turn the page. The young man will be determined the whole way through. This is like, there's so much emotional upheaval in a singular song. Okay. Yes.
I think it's anguish or sadness or a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both. I would think it's, part of this story is, of course, that in his belief system, some of these people he will never see again either way in the afterlife. Some of these people will not then make it into heaven that he loves and cares about. So there is despair that he will leave those people behind, with also the security that he will see many of them, and anguish that he will lose a number of them. So it's a complex emotion, right? And this doesn't require you to buy into this very specific form of theological thought, right? It's wherever that is for you.
It's
Whatever
like
that
an
means.
Irish dirge.
That's not my interpret, but you could interpret. So can we start at 75? So we're going to start on that C sharp.
That's pretty funny coming from a Polish woman.
Sorry. I also said augmented earlier. This is just dominant 7. Sorry. Bad music there. 75. 1, 2. You just popped all of the balloons. Sub forte. What does sub mean? Subito, which means suddenly. Come on, 75. 1. 1. Soft. Also, your releases right now, your releases feel like you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it needs to go up on the exhale, not down on the exhale, please. One more time. Also, you're...
In opera, the end when they die, everybody dies.
Everyone dies. Spoiler. But also, can your hums have more warmth?
Yeah. Buzzy.
1, 2. Let's start picking up to 84. That's the part you know real well, right? And it's forte, but you have the forte marked on the previous page, right? So your brain goes, I'll sing it soft. So it should be marked forte at the top of this page. The creed of man will be far away from me, and my soul will be So, here's the deal. I just need to know where you are at for having practiced this. Can you sing it with the utmost conviction of fortissimo through this section? It's forte and fortissimo. The greed, 1, 2.
The greed of man will be far away from me, and my soul will be free. They won't go when I
to breathe between measures 87 and 92. There's no breathing. But your energy is ending every... Tim, can I have you play the soprano and bass? They're two octaves apart.
Starting at
Sopranos and basses, beat 3 of measure 88. Soprano 1, sorry. Because you're in octaves, right?
Yes, we are.
So I guess that's a really good thing. Yes. Altos, who are you paired with? The tenors. If you hadn't looked, you and the tenors are singing the same, the tenor ones, or the tenors. Because we split the tenors, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Can we start on beat 1 since it's the same note as well? On 88?
Why?
To lead into that wail, that's all.
The reason I don't want to, I can't feel your woes. I can't feel any of the rhythm of the woe. Can you, okay, let's change this. We're going to speak this. Please speak at 87, everyone. And you're going to give me a glottal for each of those. Whoa, It's going to be a lot of, yes. 1, 2, 87. They won't go when I go. So I feel like our goes are not all together, right? They won't go when I go. The go-o is on the end, just like everything else has been. Okay, let's do it again. 2, 3. They won't go when I go. My soul. So, that's the closest it's been to feeling like you're moving at the same time. Whoa, whatever I don't care what your part is. Just, I get the rhythm right more than anything. Sopranos and basses. Where I said before. Soprano 1, basses, 88. Whoa, 1, 2, whoa. Are your tracks too fast in this section? Are your learning files too fast in this section? Can you tell me what you think what's happening right here that's making it hard? This is just honest, open. Take a seat. It's a lot of 16s. This is not a pattern that we frequently do.
They're very high. Too high. That's perfect. Not too high, it's just very high.
Okay. Well, if it is if it is proving challenging, you can move down. The rhythm should still be accurate, though.
Right.
But the rhythm is not accurate once we start singing.
It's different from the previous.
Yes, this one is very different from the time before. All right, let's slow it way down. Basses. 1, bass. The same exact spot, 88. 1, 2, whoa, whoa, whoa. fact, last beat of 91. That's the whoa with the E sharp. Just that much. Ready? 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul. Yeah, you're going to use those last 30 seconds to launch you into the synths. Whoa, since. Ready? One more time. 2. Whoa, since my soul conceived. All right, just that middle voice in the tenor bass line. So tenor 2s. Yes. Then they go up to the A.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. There we go. 1, 2. Let's do that again. 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul conceived. One more time. Whoa, since my soul conceived. With the bass, the lowest part there. The 2 lowest parts. 2, 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul. All right. Can I get more H so I can hear the rearticulate? Whoa, you're gonna give me, even though I really didn't want this. Ho since. Ready? 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul conceived. There is an S occurring far too early. Again, 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul conceived. With the top tenor part. 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul conceived. Your part is the most melodic of them right there. Yes, let's do it again. 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul conceived. All right, so the bottom, the alto part there is the same as the middle tenor part until you get to 6. Ready? Bottom part in the soprano line. 1, 2. Let's do it again. More H. 1, 2. Since my soul conceived. One more time. 1, 2. Yes, that was much better. Middle part of soprano alto line 91, beat 3. Same spot we've been in. That's the same as the top tenor part. Except you go down instead of up. That's very good. 1. All right, so now you're gonna make it hard to you. 1, 2. All right, and then can I have this top sopranos? I like that part. 1, 2. So that A just needs to be lower. So that's an augmented triad if you isolate just the 3 notes. 1, 2. Yeah, just try not to fudge the last 2 O. All sopranos now. Yes, Walter.
At the end of 92, is everybody breaking in the middle of the words?
We haven't. I haven't put a break there. I know that there is a break occurring there currently. Yes.
That's what they're learning.
Yes. Well, I have lots of things to say about the learning process, but that's a different matter. Everyone, pick up all sopranos and altos. 91. 1, 2. One more time. Yeah. 1, 2. everyone. So the second that you get that 32nd in your body, this whole section's a lot easier to do. But the 30 seconds are just not happening yet. They're not gelling. Everyone. 91. 1, 2. Whoa, since my soul can speak all that I believe. Pick up to 84. The creed. 1, 2. The creed of man will be far away from me, and my soul will be free. They won't go when I go. No. I consistently have sopranos that are singing the go late. They won't go when I go. Because you need to be on the C sharp before beat 1. Yes, one more time. The creed. 1, 2. The creed of man will be far away from me, and my soul will be free. They won't go when I My soul will be free is not consistently accurate on the rhythm. My soul will be free. Right? Those are all 16 notes. So it should be the same. I know we're not talking even about any metric modulation. The and you are entering on a 16th note, right? So please don't sing it as an 8th note like you did that last time. 1, 2. The creed of man will be far away from me, and my soul will be free. They won't go when I So what you need to know is how many notes are in that group, how many times you sing a 16th note or a 32nd note. So make sure you have that. Last time, I'm not clapping this time. 1, 2. The tree of man will be far away from me, and my soul will be free. They won't go when I go. Next week.
Just comment on the difference in feeling between the O's and the woes on the wailing. The first time you're doing O's.
So what you may not have heard Tim say is they're just increasingly more desperate with every single time. And the W gives it weight. The W makes the O sink more. Because you can't easily, unless you sing it laser beam straight, it gives the intended effect of the scoop. Can we?
Yes. We'll find out.
Let's start at 17. And can I invite you to sing this time?
So I would like to just mention that, well, maybe not all of us, when we start this passage with Gage, leaped into it from a page turn, which is kind of weird, isn't it? We start and we go, the green, and we do it in unison, the green, but when we get to page 13, at the bottom, where we sing the king, it's the same note up high. We don't go, the king, we go, the king, and we sing with you guys. But I hear a lot of boom, bum again. But if you look at your notes, you see they don't drop down, they're even there on the higher pitch.
Yes. There are a lot of notes between 13, 14, and then theoretically 15, because we didn't get there. That's not right.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
This time through, please just get your rhythms right. If anything, get your rhythms. Okay, from 17. Yeah.
I mean, it's not perfect.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
It's not perfect. And you want me to sing? Yeah, okay. Good. I want it.
1, 2, 17.
hopeless sinner who will take funny.
So, we talked, I think we started this in first rehearsal, I talked about this. You have to have it marked when it's the 16th note or a 30-second note. Otherwise, you're just gonna sing the 16th notes too fast. And it's gonna mess it up. So please be cognizant in whatever manner you need to be like slow or fast for your 16th and 30-second notes. We're gonna need to do some work to make sure the rhythms are a little more accurate so that we can start to play with it a little bit. I'm gonna give you another note that once we get to the solo, what my goal by concert time, just a little over a month and a half from now, is that by the solo section, you are going to move not with cues from me, but from the soloist. Much like you would find in more traditional gospel a lot of the time when we're in a more free section, they're going to cue when they're ready for the next spot. So this is a relationship of, you don't need to stare at these 8 measures, right? Come on. You got, of the whole song, you can get these 8 measures down. 9, I guess, technically. So we will work that. I'm going to send you an email with detailed instructions for what you're working with Tim. He's going to be much less kind than me, I promise. That's what I'm paying him for. I really appreciate you all. Yes? Oh, we have a birthday. Sorry, I can't see that far away. We have a birthday for Max. Ready? I hope so. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Max. Happy birthday to you. Can we thank Tim and Bob? Have a great week. I'll see you then. I won't see you. Tim will see you next week. I'm still figuring that out, yeah. So we're going to figure that out. I know that's
Oh, I wasn't yelling.
Yeah. Thank you.
But when the new coach, because his coach